Mindful presence also strengthens relationships. When you give your full attention to someone, you create a space where they feel seen, heard, and valued. This deepens trust and connection, transforming conversations into meaningful exchanges. Presence in relationships is a gift, not just for others but for yourself as well, as it fosters deeper understanding and empathy. Gratitude naturally arises from mindful presence. When you're fully engaged in the moment, it's easier to notice the abundance around you, the kindness of a stranger, the warmth of the sun, or the laughter of a friend. These moments of gratitude anchor you further in the now, creating a positive feedback loop that strengthens your mindfulness practice. The practice of letting go enhances presence. Often, we carry worries, regrets, or expectations that cloud our experience of the moment. Letting go doesn't mean ignoring these thoughts, but releasing their hold on you. This act of release clears mental space, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Movement can also bring mindfulness into the body. Activities like yoga, walking, or stretching ground you in the physical present, drawing your attention away from mental clutter. These practices connect mind and body, reinforcing a sense of wholeness and presence. Mindful presence transforms how you approach challenges. Instead of reacting impulsively, you pause, assess, and respond thoughtfully. This shift not only reduces stress, but also leads to better outcomes, as your actions come from a place of clarity and intention rather than fear or frustration. Creativity flourishes in the presence of mindfulness. When you're fully engaged in the moment, your mind becomes more open to new ideas and connections. This state of flow, often experienced by artists, writers, and innovators, arises naturally when distractions are set aside and attention is focused. Presence nurtures this creative energy, allowing it to unfold organically. Mindfulness also strengthens resilience. Life's challenges can feel overwhelming when approached with a scattered mind. Presence brings focus and calm, making it easier to navigate difficulties with grace. By staying grounded in the now, you build the inner strength needed to face adversity with courage and confidence. The ripple effects of mindful presence extend beyond yourself. When you embody presence, you inspire those around you to do the same. Your calm energy creates an atmosphere of peace, encouraging others to slow down and engage more deeply with their own lives. This shared mindfulness fosters a sense of connection and community. As you practice mindful presence, it becomes a way of life rather than a momentary effort. It weaves into every aspect of your day, transforming how you see, feel, and experience the world. Presence is not about perfection or constant focus. It's about returning to the now again and again, with patience and curiosity. This practice opens the door to a richer, more fulfilling existence, where each moment holds its own unique beauty. Embracing mindful presence deepens our connection to the moment, fostering clarity and peace. Yet even with this practice, life presents moments that challenge our positivity. Negativity can creep in, often unnoticed at first, shaping thoughts and emotions in ways that cloud our perspective. Overcoming negativity is not about ignoring it or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about understanding it, transforming it, and using it as a pathway to inner strength and resilience. Buddhist teachings provide profound insights and practical tools to navigate these challenges with grace and wisdom. Negativity often begins as a thought, fleeting and seemingly harmless. Left unchecked, however, it can grow into a cycle that dominates the mind, influencing how we perceive ourselves and the world. Awareness is the first step to breaking this cycle. By observing your thoughts without judgment, you create a space where negativity loses its hold. Recognizing when negative patterns arise allows you to address them consciously rather than being swept away. Mindfulness is a cornerstone in overcoming negativity. By staying present, you limit the power of regrets from the past and fears about the future, both of which fuel negative thinking. Mindfulness anchors you in what is real and immediate, making it easier to see challenges for what they are, rather than through the lens of worst-case scenarios. This practice doesn't eliminate negativity, but helps you respond to it with calm and clarity. Buddhist teachings emphasize the impermanence of all things, including negative emotions. Just as joy is fleeting, so too are feelings of anger, frustration, or sadness. Understanding this impermanence softens their grip, reminding you that no emotion lasts forever. This perspective doesn't dismiss negativity, but provides comfort in knowing it will pass, making it easier to endure difficult moments. Compassion, both for yourself and others, is another powerful tool for overcoming negativity. When faced with your own shortcomings, it's easy to fall into self-criticism, amplifying negative emotions. Practicing self-compassion replaces this harshness with kindness, creating a foundation for growth rather than self-punishment. Extending compassion to others fosters forgiveness and reduces the bitterness that negativity often feeds on. Reframing is a practical way to shift the narrative around negativity. Challenges and setbacks often carry lessons within them, waiting to be uncovered. Instead of seeing a difficult situation as purely negative, ask what it can teach you. This shift in perspective transforms obstacles into opportunities, reducing their emotional weight and opening the door to growth. Gratitude serves as a counterbalance to negativity. Focusing on what is going well, no matter how small, redirects your attention from what's lacking to what's abundant. This practice doesn't ignore challenges, but reminds you that even in difficulty, there is always something to appreciate. Gratitude cultivates a mindset of abundance, which naturally diminishes the space for negativity to take root. Buddhist teachings also highlight the importance of letting go. Clinging to expectations, grudges, or outcomes often intensifies negativity. Letting go is not about apathy or indifference. It's about releasing the mental attachments that cause unnecessary suffering. This practice brings freedom and lightness, making it easier to face life's challenges with a clear and open mind. The breath is a constant ally in managing negativity. Deep, intentional breathing calms the nervous system and centers your thoughts. When faced with overwhelming emotions, returning to the breath creates a pause, a moment to reset and choose your response. This simple practice empowers you to navigate negativity without being consumed by it. Meditation is another transformative practice for overcoming negativity. By sitting in stillness, you observe your thoughts without attaching to them, creating a sense of detachment from negative patterns. Over time, this practice rewires the mind, fostering resilience and equanimity. Meditation teaches you that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer, capable of choosing which thoughts to nourish. Engaging with the present moment also reduces negativity. Often, negative emotions arise from dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about future outcomes. Fully immersing yourself in the now, whether through mindful eating, walking, or simply observing your surroundings, shifts your focus away from these sources of distress. This engagement not only diminishes negativity, but enhances your appreciation for life's simple joys. Acts of kindness create a ripple effect, that diminishes negativity. Helping others shifts your focus outward, reducing the inward spiral of negative thinking. These acts don't have to be grand gestures. Even small moments of generosity or support can uplift both the giver and the receiver. Kindness nurtures a sense of connection, breaking through feelings of isolation that negativity often fosters. Buddhist teachings encourage the practice of detachment from outcomes. Negativity often stems from unmet expectations or perceived failures. By focusing on the effort rather than the result, you free yourself from the weight of disappointment. This mindset doesn't lower standards, but shifts the emphasis to what you can control, your actions and intentions. Journaling offers a practical way to process negativity. Writing down your thoughts and emotions provides clarity, helping you identify patterns and triggers. This practice creates a safe space to explore your feelings, releasing them constructively rather than letting them fester. Journaling also allows you to track progress, reinforcing your ability to navigate challenges over time. Community and connection are vital in overcoming negativity. Sharing your struggles with trusted friends, family, or mentors provides support and perspective. Others often see strengths and solutions you might overlook, offering encouragement that breaks through the fog of negativity. These connections remind you that you are not alone, fostering hope and resilience. Physical movement helps release negativity stored in the body. Activities like yoga, walking, or even dancing shift stagnant energy, creating a sense of vitality and renewal. Movement connects the mind and body, grounding you in the present and reducing the intensity of negative emotions. Mantras or affirmations provide a steady anchor during difficult times. Repeating phrases like, "This too shall pass," or "I am strong enough to handle this," reinforces a positive mindset. These words serve as gentle reminders of your resilience and the impermanence of negativity, offering comfort and motivation when you need it most. Letting go of judgment enhances your ability to overcome negativity. Often, negative emotions are intensified by the stories we attach to them, blaming ourselves or others, labeling situations as unfair or hopeless. Releasing these judgments allows you to see things as they are, rather than through the lens of blame or frustration. This clarity fosters acceptance and peace. Regular reflection strengthens your ability to navigate negativity. Taking time to evaluate your reactions and responses helps you identify what works and what needs adjustment. This practice deepens self-awareness, enabling you to approach future challenges with greater insight and calm. Embracing the Buddhist principle of the middle way, a path of balance and moderation, offers guidance in managing negativity. Extremes, whether in thought or action, often exacerbate distress. Finding the balance between acknowledging emotions and not being ruled by them creates stability. This balance fosters a sense of control and calm, even amidst difficulty. Overcoming negativity is not about eliminating it entirely, but learning to transform it into a tool for growth and connection. Buddhist teachings remind us that life's challenges, while inevitable, are also opportunities to cultivate strength, compassion, and wisdom. Through these practices, negativity loses its grip, leaving space for a deeper sense of peace and positivity to emerge. Transforming negativity into growth fosters resilience, but there is another profound shift that amplifies inner peace: the embrace of simplicity. Complexity often weighs heavily on the mind, with too many choices, possessions, or commitments, creating unnecessary noise. Simplicity is not about doing less for the sake of it, but about intentionally focusing on what truly matters. In simplifying, you create space for clarity, joy, and a deeper connection to yourself and the world. Embracing simplicity begins with recognizing how much excess can impact your mental and emotional well-being. Clutter, whether physical, mental, or emotional, creates distractions that sap your energy and focus. When there is too much to navigate, decisions feel heavier, and moments of calm are harder to find. Simplifying is about lightening that load, allowing yourself to breathe more freely. Intentionality is at the heart of simplicity. Without intentional choices, it's easy to let obligations, possessions, or habits accumulate beyond what serves you. Simplicity asks you to pause and ask, does this add value to my life? This question applies to physical belongings, social commitments, and even thought patterns. When you begin to align your life with what is meaningful, clarity naturally follows. Physical decluttering is often the first step towards simplicity. Possessions have a way of collecting over time, creating environments that feel overwhelming. Each item you own requires some level of attention, whether to maintain, clean, or store it. Letting go of what no longer serves you creates physical and mental space. This process is not about discarding everything, but about keeping what aligns with your values and letting the rest go. Digital clutter also plays a significant role in mental noise. Unread emails, excessive notifications, or an unorganized digital workspace can add layers of stress. Simplifying your digital life by organizing files, unsubscribing from unnecessary emails, or turning off non-essential notifications reduces distractions. This digital detox creates a sense of order and calm, making it easier to focus on what's truly important. Mental decluttering involves addressing the thoughts and worries that crowd your mind. Overthinking, second-guessing, or holding on to unhelpful narratives creates unnecessary complexity. Simplifying your mental space means learning to let go of thoughts that don't serve you. This process might involve journaling, meditation, or simply practicing self-awareness. When you create mental clarity, you free up energy for what truly matters. Simplifying your schedule is another powerful way to reduce mental noise. Overcommitting leaves little room for rest, reflection, or spontaneous joy. By prioritizing what aligns with your values and saying no to what doesn't, you create a more balanced rhythm. This intentional approach to time allows you to engage fully with each moment, rather than rushing from one task to the next. Simplicity also extends to your relationships. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you strengthens your sense of peace. Letting go of toxic or draining connections, while challenging, creates space for more meaningful relationships to thrive. Simplicity in relationships is about quality over quantity, fostering deep, authentic connections rather than spreading yourself thin. Financial simplicity brings another layer of clarity. Living within your means and focusing on what you truly need reduces the stress of constant consumption. This doesn't mean avoiding all luxuries, but choosing them intentionally. When spending aligns with your values, it brings satisfaction rather than guilt or regret. Financial simplicity fosters a sense of security and freedom. Practicing gratitude supports simplicity by shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. Gratitude reminds you that abundance isn't about quantity, but about recognizing the value of what's already present. This perspective naturally reduces the desire for excess, allowing you to appreciate the simplicity of enough. Simplicity also encourages mindfulness. When life is less cluttered, physically, mentally, or emotionally, it's easier to be fully present. There's less to distract you from the beauty of the moment. This mindfulness deepens your connection to yourself, others, and the world around you, creating a sense of harmony and balance. The choices you make each day shape your experience of simplicity. Choosing nutritious meals over fast food, meaningful conversations over superficial chatter, or time in nature over endless scrolling are small shifts that align with a simpler, more intentional life. These choices accumulate, creating a lifestyle that feels lighter and more fulfilling. Simplicity often requires letting go of perfectionism. The pursuit of perfection adds layers of pressure and complexity that are rarely necessary. Embracing imperfection allows you to focus on what's meaningful rather than what's flawless. This mindset reduces stress and fosters acceptance, making room for peace and joy. Nature provides profound lessons in simplicity. Its rhythms and patterns remind us that life doesn't need to be complicated to be fulfilling. Watching a sunset, listening to birdsong, or walking through a forest brings a sense of calm that no amount of material possessions can replicate. Connecting with nature reinforces the idea that simplicity nurtures the soul. Simplicity also enhances your ability to adapt. When life is less cluttered, it's easier to adjust to changes or challenges. There's more flexibility in your schedule, resources, and mindset, making it possible to respond to life's unpredictability with grace. This adaptability reduces stress and fosters resilience. Letting go of societal pressures to do more, have more, or be more is a key aspect of simplicity. Society often equates busyness with success and consumption with happiness, but these pursuits can leave you feeling unfulfilled. By redefining success and happiness on your own terms, you create a life that aligns with your values and brings true contentment. Simplicity doesn't mean giving up ambition or drive. It means channeling those qualities toward what genuinely matters. When you simplify, you focus your energy on pursuits that align with your purpose, making your efforts more impactful and rewarding. This focus enhances your sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Community plays an important role in simplicity. Sharing resources, skills, or time with others reduces the need for excess while fostering connection. Whether it's borrowing tools, exchanging knowledge, or participating in communal activities, these interactions enrich life without adding unnecessary complexity. Simplicity often reveals what truly brings joy. It's not the latest gadget or a packed schedule, but the quiet moments, heartfelt conversations, and meaningful experiences that linger. By stripping away distractions, you create space for these moments to flourish, deepening your sense of fulfillment. As you embrace simplicity, you may notice a ripple effect in other areas of your life. Clarity in your physical space fosters clarity in your thoughts. Balance in your schedule creates balance in your emotions. This interconnectedness reinforces the power of simplicity to transform not just one aspect of life, but your overall sense of well-being. The journey towards simplicity is deeply personal. It's not about following a specific formula, but about finding what aligns with your unique values and needs. Each step, whether letting go of an unused item, setting a boundary, or pausing to appreciate the moment, brings you closer to a life of greater clarity, peace, and purpose. Simplicity clears the clutter from life, offering a direct path to clarity and calm. But beneath this external and internal decluttering lies a deeper foundation for lasting peace: acceptance. True harmony arises not from changing the world to fit our expectations, but from embracing reality as it is. Acceptance is not about resignation or passivity. It is about recognizing the natural flow of life and finding contentment within it. In this wisdom lies profound peace, a freedom from unnecessary struggle, and a deeper connection to the present. Acceptance begins with acknowledging the nature of change. Life is in constant motion, shaped by cycles of growth, loss, and renewal. Resisting these changes often leads to frustration and disappointment. By accepting impermanence, you allow yourself to flow with life rather than against it. This perspective transforms change from an adversary into a natural rhythm that brings both challenges and opportunities. One of the greatest barriers to acceptance is the attachment to how things should be. These expectations create a gap between reality and perception, leading to dissatisfaction. When you release these rigid ideas, you open yourself to the richness of what is, rather than being confined by what you believe should happen. Letting go of these expectations frees your mind to appreciate life as it unfolds. Self-acceptance is a cornerstone of this practice. Embracing who you are, with all your strengths and imperfections, fosters a deep sense of peace. This doesn't mean settling for less or avoiding growth. It means acknowledging your humanity. When you accept yourself fully, you create a foundation of self-worth that is not dependent on external validation or achievements. Acceptance also extends to others. People will not always behave in ways that align with your preferences or beliefs. Instead of trying to control or change them, recognizing their autonomy brings harmony to relationships. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior, but understanding that everyone is on their own path. Compassion grows from this understanding, fostering connections built on respect rather than conflict. The practice of acceptance helps navigate difficult emotions. Anger, sadness, or fear are natural responses to life's challenges. Denying or suppressing these emotions often intensifies them, creating inner turmoil. By accepting and acknowledging these feelings, you allow them to move through you without becoming trapped by them. This process brings clarity and relief, making space for healing and growth. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of accepting suffering as a part of life. Pain, loss, and disappointment are inevitable, but they are also opportunities for growth and transformation. When you accept this reality, you reduce the additional suffering that comes from resisting or avoiding it. Acceptance turns hardship into a teacher, guiding you toward resilience and wisdom. Gratitude supports the practice of acceptance by shifting focus from what is missing to what is present. This perspective doesn't erase difficulties, but provides a balance that reduces their emotional weight. Gratitude reminds you that even amidst challenges, there are blessings to be found. This balance fosters a deeper sense of peace and contentment. Acceptance is not about giving up on change. It's about recognizing where your influence ends and letting go of the rest. This practice is rooted in the wisdom of discernment, knowing when to act and when to release. It allows you to focus your energy on what you can control while finding peace in what you cannot. Mindfulness deepens acceptance by grounding you in the present. When you are fully engaged with the now, it becomes easier to accept life as it is. The present moment, free from past regrets or future anxieties, holds a simplicity and clarity that fosters peace. This presence reveals that many struggles arise from resisting the present rather than embracing it. The act of letting go is central to acceptance. Clinging to the past or fearing the future creates unnecessary tension. Releasing these attachments doesn't mean forgetting or ignoring them, but understanding their place and allowing yourself to move forward. Letting go creates space for new possibilities and brings a lightness to your being. Nature offers profound lessons in acceptance. The changing seasons, the flow of rivers, and the cycles of life and death all reflect a harmony that arises from embracing what is. Observing these patterns inspires a deeper understanding of life's impermanence and the peace that comes from aligning with it. Nature's wisdom reminds you that acceptance is not about control, but coexistence. Acceptance also reduces conflict. Many disagreements arise from trying to impose your perspective on others or resist their differing views. By practicing acceptance, you create space for dialogue and understanding. This doesn't mean abandoning your values, but recognizing that others have their own truths. This perspective fosters peaceful resolutions and stronger connections. Developing patience is a key part of acceptance. Life often unfolds in ways that defy immediate understanding. Patience allows you to sit with uncertainty without forcing answers or outcomes. This trust in the process reduces frustration and opens the door to unexpected insights and opportunities. Creativity flourishes in a state of acceptance. When you let go of rigid expectations, you create room for new ideas and approaches to emerge. Acceptance nurtures a sense of curiosity and openness, making it easier to adapt and innovate. This mindset turns challenges into opportunities for exploration and growth. Practicing acceptance strengthens resilience. Life's difficulties feel less overwhelming when approached with an accepting mindset. This doesn't mean avoiding pain or difficulty, but engaging with them from a place of strength and understanding. Resilience grows from this balance, enabling you to navigate life's storms with grace. Forgiveness is another powerful aspect of acceptance. Holding on to resentment or blame creates mental and emotional clutter that blocks peace. Forgiving others and yourself is not about condoning harm, but about freeing yourself from the weight of anger and bitterness. This act of release brings clarity and paves the way for healing. Acceptance transforms your relationship with time. Instead of rushing toward the future or dwelling on the past, you learn to savor the moment. This presence enhances your ability to find joy in the small, everyday experiences that often go unnoticed. It turns ordinary moments into sources of extraordinary peace. Living in harmony with reality doesn't mean abandoning ambition or hope. It means pursuing goals and dreams with an understanding that outcomes may differ from expectations. This flexibility allows you to adapt without losing sight of your purpose. It transforms setbacks into stepping stones, enriching your journey rather than derailing it. Acceptance is a practice, not a destination. It requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to return to it again and again. Each moment of acceptance deepens your sense of peace and strengthens your connection to the present. Over time, this practice becomes a way of life, fostering contentment, clarity, and a profound sense of harmony. Acceptance invites harmony by teaching us to embrace reality as it unfolds, but within that embrace lies an even deeper path to joy, kindness, and compassion. When the heart opens to others, the act of giving creates a ripple of love that often returns with greater force. Kindness and compassion are not merely acts of charity or goodwill. They are profound tools that connect, heal, and nurture both the giver and the receiver. Their transformative power lies in their ability to dissolve barriers, bring inner joy, and foster a sense of shared humanity. Kindness begins with a decision to act from love rather than fear. It is rooted in the recognition that every person carries their own struggles, joys, and needs. Extending kindness becomes an acknowledgement of this shared human experience, a way of saying, "I see you and I care." Small gestures, a smile, a thoughtful word, or an act of service can profoundly impact someone's day. These moments also nurture the giver, reinforcing a sense of purpose and connection. Compassion deepens kindness by adding the element of empathy. It is not just about helping others, but understanding their pain and standing with them in solidarity. Compassion creates a bridge of connection that transcends differences and unites people on a deeply human level. When you offer compassion, you remind both yourself and others that they are not alone, fostering a sense of belonging that can bring comfort and hope. Kindness and compassion are not limited to grand acts. They thrive in the ordinary. Holding the door for someone, listening without interrupting, or offering support in small ways builds a foundation of goodwill. These seemingly simple actions have the power to shift perspectives and create an atmosphere of positivity. They also remind us that kindness is not about what we give, but the love and intention behind the act. Practicing kindness begins with self-compassion. It is difficult to pour love into the world if your own well feels dry. Treating yourself with the same care and understanding you offer others fosters inner strength and resilience. Self-compassion is not indulgent, but necessary. It allows you to give freely without depleting yourself. When you acknowledge your own worth, you create space to fully appreciate the worth of others. Kindness is contagious. One act of goodwill often inspires others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that spreads far beyond the initial moment. This chain reaction not only benefits the individuals involved, but also fosters a sense of community and connection. When you practice kindness, you contribute to a culture of empathy and care that uplifts everyone. Compassion also reduces judgment. Instead of focusing on others' shortcomings or differences, compassion encourages understanding and acceptance. It shifts the perspective from criticism to curiosity, asking, "What might this person be going through?" This mindset creates a sense of peace by replacing conflict with connection, fostering harmony in relationships and within yourself. Kindness and compassion also foster gratitude. By focusing on how you can contribute to others' well-being, you often gain a deeper appreciation for what you have. This gratitude reinforces a sense of abundance, reducing feelings of lack or comparison. It reminds you that joy comes not from what you possess, but from the connections you nurture and the love you share. Acts of kindness cultivate mindfulness. When you focus on the needs of others, you naturally become more present. This presence deepens your awareness of the moment, turning even small interactions into meaningful experiences. Kindness becomes a practice of being fully engaged with life, enriching both your perspective and your relationships. Compassion softens the edges of difficult emotions. Anger, frustration, or disappointment often lose their intensity when approached with understanding rather than resistance. By extending compassion to those who hurt or challenge you, you transform conflict into an opportunity for growth. This doesn't mean tolerating harm, but choosing to respond from love rather than react from pain. Kindness nurtures resilience. In times of personal difficulty, focusing on others can provide a sense of purpose and direction. Helping someone else often shifts your perspective, reminding you that challenges are a shared human experience and that there is strength in connection. Acts of kindness become a source of healing, not just for others, but for yourself. Compassion also strengthens emotional intelligence. By understanding and responding to the emotions of others, you enhance your ability to navigate your own feelings. This deepens your self-awareness and improves your relationships, creating a cycle of positive energy that sustains both you and those around you. Kindness transforms the way you view success. Instead of measuring achievement by external standards, it shifts the focus to the impact you have on others. This redefinition brings a sense of fulfillment that transcends material gains or recognition. Success becomes about how you contribute to the well-being of the world, fostering a sense of purpose and alignment with your values. Compassion invites forgiveness. Holding on to anger or resentment often weighs heavily on the heart. Compassion allows you to see beyond the hurt to the humanity of those who have wronged you. Forgiveness doesn't excuse harm, but releases its grip on your peace, creating space for healing and growth. This act of release benefits both you and those you forgive, fostering a sense of freedom. Kindness teaches patience. By focusing on the needs and experiences of others, you naturally develop a greater tolerance for differences and challenges. This patience extends to yourself as well, reminding you that growth is a process and that compassion is key in every step of the journey. Patience rooted in kindness creates a calm and steady energy that carries you through life's complexities. Compassion deepens your connection to nature. Recognizing the interdependence of all living beings fosters a sense of care and responsibility for the environment. Acts of kindness toward the natural world, such as conserving resources, planting trees, or simply appreciating its beauty, reinforce your connection to something greater than yourself. This connection nurtures both inner and outer harmony. Kindness creates a sense of abundance. When you focus on giving rather than receiving, you often find that you already have enough. This mindset reduces feelings of scarcity or inadequacy, replacing them with a sense of sufficiency and gratitude. The act of giving becomes its own reward, enriching your life in ways that go beyond material measures. Compassion requires vulnerability. Allowing yourself to truly connect with others' pain or joy means opening your heart. This vulnerability strengthens rather than weakens you, fostering deeper relationships and a greater sense of empathy. It reminds you that being human is not about perfection, but about connection, and in that connection lies profound peace. Kindness and compassion illuminate the shared journey of life. They remind you that every act, no matter how small, contributes to a larger tapestry of love and understanding. By practicing them consistently, you create a life filled with purpose, joy, and a sense of belonging. These acts transform not only the world around you, but also the world within, fostering a profound and lasting sense of inner tranquility. Kindness and compassion bring light into the world, strengthening connections and fostering inner joy. However, these qualities can be tested when faced with toxic relationships, those that drain your energy, disrupt your peace, and cloud your sense of self. Navigating these relationships requires mindfulness and the courage to set clear boundaries. It's not about closing your heart or turning away from compassion, but about protecting your energy so you can continue to live authentically and thrive. Toxic relationships are marked by patterns of manipulation, criticism, or control that leave you feeling diminished. Recognizing these dynamics is the first step toward managing them. Awareness shines a light on behaviors that may have been normalized or overlooked, allowing you to assess how these relationships affect your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. This clarity is essential for making conscious decisions about how to proceed. Mindfulness is a powerful tool in navigating toxic relationships. By staying present, you can observe interactions without being consumed by them. Mindfulness helps you identify patterns, triggers, and emotional responses, giving you the ability to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This awareness creates a sense of control, even in situations that feel overwhelming. Boundaries are essential for protecting your energy. They are not walls to shut people out, but guidelines that define what is acceptable in your interactions. Setting boundaries requires self-awareness and self-respect. It's about clearly communicating your needs and limits while remaining compassionate toward others. Healthy boundaries foster mutual respect and create space for both parties to grow. Detachment is another important practice when dealing with toxic influences. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means separating your sense of self from the behavior of others. This practice allows you to engage with people without being consumed by their negativity or drama. Detachment frees you from the need to control or fix others, enabling you to focus on your own well-being. Learning to say no is a key aspect of boundary setting. For many, this can feel uncomfortable, especially if you fear disappointing others. However, saying no to what drains you is saying yes to what nurtures you. Practicing this skill reinforces your boundaries and strengthens your ability to prioritize your peace over the expectations of others. Self-compassion plays a vital role in navigating toxic relationships. These dynamics often trigger feelings of guilt, self-doubt, or inadequacy. Treating yourself with kindness and understanding allows you to process these emotions without internalizing blame. Self-compassion reminds you that protecting your well-being is not selfish, but necessary for your health and growth. Toxic relationships often thrive on cycles of guilt and manipulation. Recognizing these tactics is essential for breaking free from their grip. Manipulation often relies on exploiting your fears or insecurities, making it important to identify these vulnerabilities and address them with self-awareness. When you understand how manipulation works, you can respond with clarity and confidence rather than being pulled into the cycle. Seeking support from trusted friends, family, or professionals can provide valuable perspective and strength. Sharing your experiences with someone you trust helps you process your emotions and gain insight into the situation. Support systems remind you that you are not alone, offering encouragement and guidance as you navigate challenging dynamics. Practicing detachment also involves releasing the need for approval from toxic individuals. Their validation is often tied to control, making it important to find your sense of worth from within. Reclaiming your confidence and independence diminishes their power over you, creating space for healthier connections. Mindfulness helps you navigate difficult conversations within toxic relationships. Staying grounded allows you to express your needs and boundaries without being drawn into conflict. Listening without absorbing negativity helps you maintain your composure even in heated moments. This presence strengthens your ability to communicate effectively and assertively. Toxic relationships often involve a lack of accountability. Recognizing this dynamic can help you understand that the issues may not stem from you, reducing feelings of self-blame. While you cannot force accountability in others, you can choose how much you engage with their behavior. This choice reinforces your boundaries and protects your peace. Letting go of toxic relationships when necessary is an act of self-care. Ending a relationship can be painful, especially when there are deep connections or shared history. However, releasing what no longer serves you creates space for growth and healing. This process requires courage and support, but it ultimately leads to greater freedom and peace. Forgiveness plays a role in navigating toxic relationships, not as a way to condone harm, but as a means of releasing the emotional burden it carries. Holding on to anger or resentment keeps you tied to the pain, while forgiveness allows you to move forward. Forgiveness is for your benefit, freeing you from the grip of the past. Mindfulness also helps you reflect on the lessons toxic relationships offer. While painful, these experiences often reveal insights about your boundaries, values, and resilience. Embracing these lessons transforms the experience into a source of growth, enabling you to approach future relationships with greater clarity and strength. Practicing gratitude, even amidst toxicity, can help shift your perspective. Gratitude doesn't mean accepting harm, but recognizing the aspects of your life that bring you strength and joy. Focusing on these positives provides a counterbalance to the challenges, reinforcing your sense of hope and possibility. Toxic relationships often test your sense of identity. Mindfulness and self-reflection help you reconnect with who you are outside of these dynamics. Reclaiming your sense of self strengthens your ability to make decisions aligned with your values and needs. This process restores your confidence and empowers you to create healthier connections. Compassion remains important even when navigating toxicity. Understanding that toxic behavior often stems from unresolved pain or insecurity allows you to approach the situation with empathy rather than anger. Compassion doesn't mean tolerating harm, but recognizing the humanity in others while prioritizing your well-being. Healing from toxic relationships is a journey. It requires time, patience, and self-care to process the emotions and rebuild your sense of peace. Engaging in practices like meditation, journaling, or therapy supports this healing, helping you release negativity and move forward with clarity and strength. As you heal, you create space for relationships that uplift and nurture you. By navigating toxic relationships with mindfulness and boundaries, you protect your energy and foster a deeper connection to your authentic self. These practices empower you to approach challenges with clarity and compassion, creating a life filled with healthier, more fulfilling connections. Navigating toxic relationships requires mindfulness and boundaries, but sustaining inner clarity and peace demands a deeper practice. Meditation offers a way to steady the mind, fostering clarity and calm even in the face of life's challenges. Rooted in Buddhist teachings, meditation is not an escape from reality, but a means to fully embrace it. By observing thoughts without attachment and cultivating stillness, meditation opens the door to a profound sense of balance and awareness. Meditation begins with the simple act of sitting and turning inward. In a world full of distractions, this practice can feel unfamiliar at first. However, the beauty of meditation lies in its simplicity. There is no need to perform or achieve, only to be. This stillness creates space for the mind to settle, revealing a deeper clarity that often remains hidden in the rush of daily life. The breath is a foundational anchor in meditation. Focusing on the natural rhythm of your inhale and exhale brings your attention to the present moment, gently pulling you away from the noise of your thoughts. The breath is always with you, steady and constant, offering a grounding presence even when your mind feels restless. By returning to the breath, you cultivate a sense of stability that can extend into all aspects of life. Meditation teaches you to observe your thoughts without judgment. The mind naturally produces a constant stream of thoughts, some helpful, others distracting or overwhelming. Instead of trying to control or suppress these thoughts, meditation invites you to watch them as they arise and pass, like clouds moving across the sky. This practice creates distance between you and your thoughts, reducing their power over your emotions and actions. Detachment is a central principle in Buddhist meditation. It is not about ignoring or denying thoughts and emotions, but about seeing them for what they are, temporary and ever-changing. Detachment allows you to acknowledge these experiences without becoming entangled in them. This perspective fosters a sense of calm, even when the mind is busy or emotions run high. Mindfulness meditation emphasizes being fully present. This practice encourages you to engage with each moment as it comes, whether it is joyful, neutral, or difficult. By paying attention to the sensations, thoughts, and emotions that arise in the present, you develop a deeper connection to yourself and the world around you. Mindfulness transforms ordinary moments into opportunities for insight and peace. Loving-kindness meditation, or metta, focuses on cultivating compassion and goodwill toward yourself and others. This practice begins with extending kind and loving thoughts to yourself, then gradually extending these wishes to loved ones, acquaintances, and even those with whom you have conflicts. Loving-kindness meditation dissolves barriers of anger or resentment, replacing them with empathy and understanding. This practice not only nurtures inner calm, but also strengthens your connection to others. Vipassana, or insight meditation, is another transformative practice in Buddhist teachings. It involves observing the nature of reality through the lens of impermanence, suffering, and non-self. Vipassana encourages you to look deeply into your experiences, recognizing the transient and interconnected nature of all things. This understanding brings freedom from attachment, fostering a profound sense of peace and acceptance. Meditation also strengthens focus and concentration. By training the mind to stay with a single point of focus, such as the breath or a mantra, you develop the ability to direct your attention where it is needed. This skill carries into daily life, improving your ability to concentrate on tasks and stay present in conversations. The clarity gained from focused meditation enhances both productivity and relationships. Body scanning is a meditation technique that involves bringing attention to different parts of the body, observing sensations without judgment. This practice deepens your awareness of the physical self and helps release tension held in the body. By reconnecting with physical sensations, body scanning fosters a sense of wholeness and balance, grounding you in the present moment. Walking meditation offers an alternative for those who find stillness challenging. By focusing on the sensation of each step, the rhythm of your movement, and the connection between your feet and the ground, you bring mindfulness into motion. Walking meditation integrates the principles of stillness and awareness into a dynamic practice, making it accessible and engaging. Meditation fosters self-awareness, allowing you to recognize patterns in your thoughts and behaviors. This awareness creates the opportunity for change, helping you break free from habits that no longer serve you. By observing your mind with curiosity and compassion, you gain insights that lead to personal growth and transformation. The benefits of meditation extend beyond mental clarity. Regular practice has been shown to reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve sleep. These physical benefits create a positive feedback loop, enhancing your overall well-being and reinforcing the practice of meditation. The integration of mind and body through meditation nurtures a holistic sense of health and balance. Meditation also cultivates resilience. Life's challenges can feel less overwhelming when approached with a calm and focused mind. Meditation teaches you to sit with discomfort, observing it without being consumed by it. This practice builds the strength to navigate difficulties with grace and composure, fostering a sense of inner stability that remains unshaken by external circumstances. Community meditation, or practicing in a group, can deepen your experience. Sharing the practice with others creates a sense of connection and accountability, offering support as you navigate your meditation journey. The collective energy of a group enhances focus and motivation, reminding you that meditation is both a personal and shared experience. The practice of meditation is not about achieving a specific state or outcome. It is a journey of self-discovery and acceptance, where the process itself is the goal. Each session, whether filled with calm or restlessness, contributes to your growth. This perspective removes pressure and allows you to approach meditation with curiosity and openness. Integrating meditation into daily life amplifies its benefits. Even a few minutes of mindful breathing or silent reflection can reset your mind and restore clarity. Finding moments for meditation in your routine, whether during a commute, lunch break, or before bed, creates consistency and strengthens the habit. This integration makes meditation a natural and accessible part of your day. Meditation is a lifelong practice. Its depth unfolds gradually, revealing new insights and layers of understanding over time. Each session builds on the last, deepening your connection to yourself and the world. This journey requires patience and commitment. But the rewards, a calm mind, a clear heart, and a peaceful spirit, are immeasurable. Through meditation, you cultivate not only mental clarity, but also a profound sense of harmony and presence. The practice teaches you to embrace life as it is, grounding you in the moment and freeing you from unnecessary struggles. As your meditation deepens, it becomes a source of strength, guiding you toward a life filled with peace, purpose, and joy. Meditation brings clarity and balance, creating a calm center from which you can navigate life's complexities. From this foundation of inner peace arises another transformative truth. The energy you cultivate within yourself radiates outward, touching those around you in ways both subtle and profound. Positivity is not confined to the self. It creates ripples that extend into your relationships, your community, and beyond. By fostering positivity within, you contribute to a collective atmosphere of hope and connection. Positivity begins with the thought you choose to entertain. The mind, like a garden, reflects what is cultivated within it. Nurturing thoughts of gratitude, kindness, and possibility not only elevates your own mood, but also sets the tone for your interactions. Others sense the energy you carry, and positivity becomes an invitation for them to respond in kind. This exchange transforms simple moments, greetings, conversations, shared silences, into opportunities for connection and warmth.